somehow know when it's online. It says I'm live, but am I? Am I live? There we go. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, whoops. Ooh. This is the map part. For Crown's new map. And I'm actually getting close to being, well, close to being done with the line art. Which is like most of what I even need to do. So I'm not totally set on the color direction or like exactly what I'm gonna do with the background, but I mean, once I'm done with the line art, which should only take maybe 2 more hours, 3 more hours, something like that. All I gotta do is fill in all the colors with the bucket tool. Dude, I love maps too. I never do them because, yeah. Like, I wish there was an easier way to get in on all these collaborative animation things, but it's kind of like if you don't hear about them from just wherever, or the person making them, if you don't follow them probably not gonna, like, by the time you actually hear about it, it's like it's already done. Because I like never hear about these things until they're already like everyone's signed up and stuff. Oh, thanks, Michael. Yeah, I mean, like, you don't have to stay, man. You don't have to, like, stop by and say hi. It's nice and all, but don't feel like you're obligated to stop by. Well, I mean, all you have to, like, just, like, make a schedule for yourself, right? Because kind of the nice thing about doing these speed animate videos is I know exactly how long it took me to make something. So like the last map I did for Crown, that took me about 20 hours, give or take. I mean, part of the hard part about all these things is the beginning, because you're like, oh, I don't know what to animate, and then you have to figure out, you know, what you're even going to do, like the actual idea, which for me can take time, can take longer than actually doing it half the time, I feel like. Because I really didn't know what I was going to do for this. Especially since we don't know what part we're getting, so I didn't have anything to lip sync off of, so I couldn't use that as inspiration, you know? So coming up with like just an idea of, okay, what character am I doing? What like style do I want it to look like in, or not style, because I kind of draw everything the same style, but you know what I mean. Like how do I kind of want it to look? What do you mean, Microsoft family? Wait, actually, I need to go. Where's that? Oh, well, I mean, why don't you just talk to them about it? I mean, if you're just doing something fun like drawing, you don't even need the internet to draw. You can just ask them to remove the internet or something, but not the application. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works because I've never had any sort of child locks. Because like I really didn't even start using the internet until like high school. Like high school, maybe 8th grade. That's when I think I got my first laptop in 8th grade. And I couldn't do much with it. Like we didn't get like decent internet until like late middle school for me. Oh, huh, okay. I mean, I don't know how hard it would be. Do I even have... Okay, it's weighted. Oh, I mean, okay, that's weird, but I'm sorry. Even still though, like, I feel like I maybe spend too long on these maps. Because like, I'll see other people who, I don't know, they do other stuff like camera movements and stuff, which I don't think takes long, but it's another thing to consider when making this junk. But like, some people I feel like could make their part in like a couple hours, like 6 hours. Like if you just spent, you know, an hour every day for a week or two, you could probably be done. I'll see you, man. I feel like there was something I was gonna say, but now I can't remember. Ooh. Yawn. How do I summon Misua? Where is everyone? Here, I'll put that I'm streaming again. Never. Is that the famous, the fabled, the man, the myth, the legend himself? The great Samu? Sam, we should hang out. I'm back in California. I've been back for over a week. I should have like messaged you or Shane or something to hang out. No, you were too kind. Sam, this is a rated G stream. This is a Christian Discord group. You're not allowed to say those things. And that was the last thing Sam ever said. Okay, so. Yeah, man, if you want to hang out, I'm like not. Well, okay, actually, I might have to go to jury duty today and maybe tomorrow. I need to call them at like noon. It's like an hour and a half. But otherwise, I'm not doing anything with my life, so if you ever want to hang out, take a break from Target. I don't know what you would want to do though. We're all old people now. We don't have fun anymore. We just do taxes all day. Well, I have to call in. So, because I've had to call in Monday and Tuesday. It's kind of annoying, because it's like I have to like just assume that I might be going, but not. Well, I mean, I call in, and if they say, "Oh, we do need you," because I don't know, man. Are there different things for jury duty? Like, different, like, sub-sections of what gets called or something? Am I on stand-in? Is that what I'm doing? I'm not totally sure. I mean, I do have to show up, but I have to call them to know if I need to show up. Of course, I didn't do any of that. I mean, I'm pretty pumped if I do have to go. Like, either way. Cause Sam, did you know you get a whopping $15 when you got jury duty? That's a lot of money. Oh, it's one of those things. Yeah, I did that for what was that Sherlock Holmes like comedy thing with Will Ferrell? I saw that, and then when it actually came out, everyone was saying it was like bad or something. Oh, is it not too late to be added to the list? Because I thought those things you had to, like, I don't know, like you can add it after that. I mean, I guess I could go chapter 6. Oh, okay, cool. I wonder what the movie would be though. Oh, dang, nice. Wait, the 4th Avengers is out? I thought that was coming out later. I mean, I haven't been like paying attention though. Is the 4th Avengers out? Oh, okay. Dang, I was thinking that was coming out in like the summer or something for some reason. Yeah, it's like, it's because they have new freaking Marvel movies every other week. Like, I hope they kind of just die off when Avengers ends. Like, because that was like their big finale or whatever. Because it's like, honestly, like, kind of annoying having a new movie every other week. Like, maybe that's a first world problem, but... Oh, dude, Sam, did I tell you why I saw Captain Marvel? So to graduate, I had to do this, like, it was basically just a field trip. Like, they called it a travel study thing, but it was basically just a field trip thing. And then we we were gonna see a laser light show, like in a planetarium or something for the field trip, but then apparently the day we went, it was like International Women's Day, and the planetarium was having a forum about women in like STEM jobs or something. So they weren't doing the light show. So then we decided to see Captain Marvel instead. It was money well spent. It's pretty great. Wait, dude, I hope that is true. Because honestly, that's like the only way they can defeat him, right? Well, I mean, it's not like, it's like who even would want to go to a discussion about women in not even just women, but who would want to go to a discussion about like jobs versus like seeing a laser light show? Like, it was just really weird. Like, none of the girls, because that I guess like art majors just in general like way outnumber. There's like way more girls in art taking art classes than there are guys. So like most of the people on that trip were girls, and none of them wanted to go like watch some like forum about a STEM job. They all wanted to see the laser light show. And I think they all very much enjoyed watching Captain Marvel 1,000 times more than some job forum. It's just kind of funny. Why is this leg bent like a cowboy? Wow, Sam. What? Big if true. What does that mean, Sam? I must be missing some sort of meme here. Oh, okay. See you, Sam. Hi, the board enthusiast. How are you doing, dude? Are you enthusiastic about being bored today? Because I know I am. This is Krita. Man, I absolutely love Krita. I mean, it's totally free. You cannot beat that. Wait, what's... Oh, okay. His back is there. To, like, reassess what my sketch even was. Issues with the audio? Well, like, describe your issue to me, because when I've tried importing really big WAV files, it's usually like not even usable. Like, I can't listen to the audio at all, and it's really laggy. But when I converted it to an MP3 and kind of lowered the quality of it, so it was a smaller file size, it was a lot more readable. So is that like what you're talking about, where it gets laggy? And or like what kind of issue? Because that's really the only issue I can think of that I've experienced. Yeah. So I would just like import. Are you doing a WAV file? Because I think WAV files are chunkier files than MP3s. Don't quote me on that. I feel like his pant thing should be up higher. This line should be higher. Oh, go up higher. Go up higher. Go up higher. Go up higher. As I was doing 7-second audio clip and it was choppy and I can play it all the way through, it was probably the WAV file. It might have been, but also just remember that Krita in general is really, like, it's not made for animation, right? So it can't handle like that much. Because, I mean, part of it could also, you know, people might say is your computer. And like, I know my computer, it's only like about 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it has, I think, 2 cores, and I can't remember how good its GPU is, but my computer's not that great, so Krita gets kind of laggy with the animation, like any animation, anything, after a while. So yeah, I guess that's what I would recommend, is to try converting it into a lower quality MP3 and see if it plays better for you. But like, honestly, oops. What I'd also recommend is like, time it out. Like, if the audio's choppy when you're playing it back, you know, you can always just time it out as best as you can and then export it. Oh, whoops. What the heck? And then just view that, like, you know, .mp4 file or whatever, because that will for sure be in time and everything, right? Oh yeah, no problem, man. I mean, I know I'm not a ton of help, but I like if I can help at all. Especially if it's something for like an open source thing, because I like open source stuff. Problem putting active files in folders. Mine become corrupt when I put them in folders. Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, I have a folder right here, and I've used folders before, and it's been okay. I can't think of something that would make a folder like corrupted, like just because it's in a folder. The only thing I can think of that's like kind of related to what you're saying is when I draw something in Sci or like in Photoshop, and then I import that .psd file into Krita, then stuff like clipping layers get out. Oh, desktop folders, what? In folders. No, I mean this file right now is in a folder. It's in its own little folder on my desktop. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. If it's like a reoccurring thing, you definitely can send a bug report to like Krita over like Tumblr or Twitter or just on their site, because they're really good about getting back. If it's like an actual bug report, like a bug thing. But yeah, I have no idea, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, definitely like ask them if it's something that keeps on happening, because that is weird. I don't know what would be causing that. I mean, unless your computer has like a virus or something, which is really bad. It's not often I get to talk to them. Oh no, yeah, man, like anytime. And I mean, like I actually really enjoy when people ask me questions, like on my speed animation videos or whatever. Especially when they ask, you know, some question and I know the answer to it, and then they're like, "Oh, thanks, that really helped." It's like it's a really good feeling to like help out. You cannot draw this line. in the upper left. I think it's window. Oh wait, where is it? Docker. Where's the Docker? Okay, so settings, Windows, and then palette. Wait, can you see that? I don't know if you can. Here, I'm gonna. No, is it? No. Oops. Here, let me just go to display capture. Okay. So if you go under settings, Dockers, and then where's palette? Palette. That's right there. Colors and palette. Yeah, that should be it. There's all these random Dockers and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't use it too much, but if I'm shading, it's really useful, because if I shade, like, you know, on a multiply layer, and I just have the one like, you know, desaturated purple color or whatever that I'm using over and over again on all of the shading on the multiply layer. It's pretty convenient. Yeah, no problem. Is that a leg? I think it is a leg. I'm gonna draw it as a leg. What tween layers? Oh, these, you mean the line and the sketch? Two down here. If you right click. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm doing it. This is another route for her too. But yeah, if you just right click. What the heck did I just do? Right click on the layer and go to add existing layer. Like, so right now I'm on the sketch layer. And if you click the line layer, then you can add that, like when you're on this layer, it'll view it. If you're on like a different layer, it might not show, it shows different things depending on which layer you're actually like drawing on, right? But yeah, that's how you do it. It's pretty convenient, just if you're, I mean, I actually kind of like that you don't have to see all of your layers. Oops, what the heck am I doing? Wait. Okay, what did I just do, guys? What the heck? Did I move that? Oh. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I added a new frame, so. Yeah, it is pretty convenient, because if you're doing... I hate this song. If you're doing multiple... like, clipping layers... Like, because I usually do a, oh gosh, this one doesn't feel right at all. Like, I'll do, you know, a layer for the base colors, and then I might do a layer for layers. I'll have colors clipped on top of those layers, depending. It kind of depends. And then you can, it's just easy, because if you're adding all those new blank frames, you know where to add them. And you don't have to, like, scroll, add a new frame, scroll, add a new frame, to find where the blank frames are. Oh, it's the Russian guy. I always forget your name. It's like Yugoslav or something. It's something. Yaroslava. Oh, okay. I was close. Nice. I'm good, man. I'm just drawing, living that neat life. Honestly, Krita is just Photoshop but free. Like, I'm really glad that this software is like where it's at right now, because otherwise I like might have like just pirated Photoshop or something if I thought that was like the only software to draw with. Because I don't want to have to pay for Photoshop, because it is kind of expensive buying the Adobe suite. I mean, if you're not like at a professional place in your life where, you know, you're making $80,000 a year or something off of your art. But I made like $1,000 last year, and if I had played for the Adobe suite, that would have been like $300 out of my, you know, like $1,500 total that I made last year, which would have been a very big part of what I made. So it's really nice that there's all this like actually good open source software like right now. And I mean, yeah, okay, once you are like, if you're a professional freelance artist and you are making, you know, enough money, it's actually nothing. Like $300 for, you know, art supplies is like nothing to someone who's making, you know, 80K a year or even like 50K a year. Oh yeah, you know me. Well, I mean, I made like $1,500 last year working 15 hours a week for like 3 months. That's really nothing. Especially compared to California minimum wage, which I think is like how much more is California minimum wage? I swear it's like $14 or something an hour, because I was making $9 an hour, which isn't, you know, terrible, but it's not that much. How'd you find me on Instagram? I don't think I have my thing linked on YouTube. Or, I don't know, maybe you just looked up Swerve Alec or something. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I like my OC guy. Like, maybe it's very lame to say, oh, I have a sheep OC, but I like him. He's a cute little guy. I mean, I do and I don't. I got like 6 pages into a comic for this guy and his little universe. It's kind of like a sci-fi slice of life sort of thing. I mean, actually, I put up an animatic featuring this guy and like the story that he's in, and like no one watched it. I think it has like 200 whole views on YouTube. I mean, not that it was like I don't think it was that good of a animatic anyway, so I don't think it necessarily deserved more views than that, but yeah, I mean, there's kind of a story for this guy. Creative? I mean, I don't know. He's just a purple sheep with like green-blue eyes. I mean, I do like that kind of color scheme though. Why is that? Oh, thanks, man. I mean, I'm down for trades. I've only ever done a few like art trades in my whole life, but they were fun. Oh, what? Did I not draw this from? Yeah, there's definitely like, you know, those rainbow fox OCs that maybe too many colors, but and I mean it is hard creating a design that's, you know, unique, but it's not like crazy designs and patterns all over the place. Like to keep it simple, but still keep it appealing and cool. That's a hard thing. Because I changed this guy's design, like, quite a bit, actually. Like, originally his skin was, like, 4 or 5 years. Which I think a lot of people don't realize. Yeah, it's just where one person draws, like, the other person's OC or whatever, you know, they want them to draw, and then the second person does that for the other person. Man, I am so close to being done with this dang thing. Wait, what do you mean what's the benefit? It's just having fun. And I mean, it also doesn't have to be your character. It could just be like, oh, I really like Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony, so I want you to draw Pinkie Pie, you know? Man, my cat. I need to go comfort my cat. Give me like half a second. Angel. Angel. My poor cat. I think this is a standard brush. Oh, this one guy. Where's his brushes? Dvad? If you look him up, he has like, in my opinion, really good critter brushes. He's also like a cool guy. He's got a YouTube channel, and I mean, he's not like a YouTuber, but he has a YouTube channel explaining all his brushes. And he has like process videos of how he uses Krita. He doesn't animate with Krita, but he does draw pretty well, pretty dang well with it. I think that's his name. It's like David Evad or something. He's French. I think that's what his. But this brush isn't from him. I think this is just a default, like, lining brush or whatever. it's 11 o'clock. I will have to leave in like half an hour. Man, I hope I really don't have jury duty. Because I just want to be done with this. I'm so close. I mean, it's not that I want to be done, but it's like, you know, I only have a few more frames really to line, and then I can just color this thing real quick. I could be done with this thing before Friday even, like at the rate I'm going. Which is really nice. Here, I'm gonna... Oops. Let's watch this. Oh, see you, man. There we go. Man, my poor cat. There was a frame. I think there might have been a frame. Where is that frame? Like here. Oh. Maybe I'll put a 1 there. Oh. I think it looks good so far. Which is good. That is very good. No, well, it's funny because Crown's map that she's doing is kind of like TikTok in the sense that there's gonna be two different map parts going on at once, which is a cool idea because I don't know, has it been done before? I don't think so. I mean, in the sense that it is kind of like a as much spontaneity as like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty much it's kind of like TikTok. But that's like implying that TikTok is that original. It basically just took like Vine's format because Vine was dead and people wanted a replacement for it, and then it just combined it with the fact that people have really short attention spans, so if you show them 2 videos at once, they're less likely to click away because you're showing them 2 videos that are really short and blah blah blah. Oh, no. Where are all these frames? I don't have drawings for you. Oops. I gotta fix that issue with my tablet. It's every time, because my tablet pen's little button I have on it, I have it set for being the keyboard shortcut E to use as my eraser. Sometimes I'll like click it while I click something else, and then it will like want to export, like it thinks I'm hitting Control E. You know what I think I should do is I should... Should I do that? No, maybe not. Wait, there's another frame. Where's that from? Isn't there another frame? But his feet kind of shrink there. Not the worst thing. Poor cat. Oh, hey Clofax. How you doing, dude? OMG, it's Misua. Misua, you basically came when I'm about to end. Although honestly, if I don't have jury duty again today, I'll just stream again for like 5 hours and finish this thing. No, the cat is... she's chilling in a sunbeam. Right behind me. I get so worried though when she's... sleeping behind my chair. Because, you know, I have a rolly chair. Which means if I, like, back up, I'm gonna, like, roll over her. And I don't want to hurt my cat. Misua, look how much I have done though. Like, I'm pretty much almost done with the lines. Like, all these blue things are done being lined. That's the hard part. So the hard part's like almost over. I mean, there's definitely still some spots here and there that I'll have to clean up when I'm like done with the lines. But otherwise, it's like basically over. Okay. What do you mean? How many hours have I spent doing line work? I mean, honestly, I think... Because yesterday I spent about 5 hours... Oh, maybe a little bit less than 5 hours. And I think before that... maybe I spent like an hour or two. Man, by the time I'm done, it's gonna have been maybe 10 hours to just do the line art, which is insane to think about. But also, I do like some of my animating while doing line art, because I'll leave stuff blank, because I know it'll just be easier for me to draw it while doing lines. Yeah, so yesterday I streamed for an hour, and then I had to stop because I called jury duty, and then they were like, oh, we don't need you today. Which was like, okay. And then I streamed again for 3.5 hours. But I think I did do a little bit of drawing, maybe before I started the stream, just to like warm up. I can't remember. It was either I drew a little bit or I just like moved some frames around and edited the timing a bit. I can't remember. Yeah, yesterday was a really productive day. Wait, am I done with this line art? No, I need to draw that. Okay, let's see how this looks. I mean, yeah, it looks pretty good. I actually really like it. Oh, okay. See you, Misu. I'm gonna end it anyways. See you, man. Feel better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end now, actually. It's been like an hour and a half or something. Man, how many... I mean, I know I have to do more in-betweens here, but like, with one... It's 109 to 130. That's only like 10 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something like that. Yeah, like 10 frames. Yeah. I can do that. Nice. Okay, goodbye. Oh, thanks for Cliff Hacks. See you, man. Or, yeah. Bye.